Rise and shine, everybody. It's time to wake and bake with Craig Reed and Griff Martin.
Hello there, this is Alan Collins, and you're listening to the
Stoned Roadie Show. The Stoned Roadie Show podcast 272. Action. Alrighty then, Stoned Roadie Nation. Looky here, looky here. This is Wake and Bake the Morning Buzz, episode 144. And my name's Craig Reed, a.k.a. the Stoned Roadie. And this is my co-host, the rocket scientist, and my co-host and the co-pilot of this show, Griff Martin. So what are we going to talk about on this Wednesday, January the 15th? And on last night was the wolf moon, the first full moon, and I took my first picture of the full moon with my new Nikon P1000 camera last night. I thought you saw it there. So
yeah, I saw it on your Facebook page. That was something else. Yeah, looks like a reflection of the earth.
I could have zoomed in on it further, but my doggone tripod that I got in Japan in 1976, it's not strong enough to hold that doggone 3.5 pound camera. When I let go of it, it keeps moving. I got to get a different tripod. I heard Mars, I guess, is real bright this whole month. But yeah, what do you think about those doggone drones that are coming out of the water and flying away with no sound or nothing, or UAVs, or what the heck are them damn things?
Didn't they get a video? Didn't they get a video of one of them?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that or not yet,
Yeah, I don't know. I see all kind of weird stuff. They showed signs of the Hollywood sign burning up, and that was all fake.
Yeah, that was.
I saw where they arrested some guy dressed up like a fireman inside one of them mansions, looting it.
Yeah, that was true.
Yeah.
There's
all kind of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, and then they came out with a list of actors that houses burned up. I wrote a few of them down. Mel Gibson, he lost his place, $15 million. Billy Crystal lost his place, $8 million. John Goodman, his house burnt down. I guess these guys are, I think, somewhat neighbors. $7 million, John Goodman. Anthony Hopkins, $10 million home burned down. Jeff Bridges, $15 million. Jamie Lee Curtis, $12 million. Mark Hamill, $10 million. Yeah, so that's just chump change for them, though.
Paris Hilton's burnt down. She had a nice joint. One of them places out there was $100 million right there on Malibu.
Problem is like Billy Crystal and Anthony Hopkins and some of these actors, they had like these real expensive paintings, and they said that the paintings are, almost worth the house. And they ran off and left all of that stuff. And then, stuff like Anthony Hopkins said his first, his first, I guess, is for his first movie, his script burned up. And that was a hard one for him. Yeah, so that's it. I don't know. Some of those... Mel Gibson, he's definitely a Trump guy. Billy Crystal isn't. John Goodman isn't. I don't know about Anthony Hopkins. Jeff Bridges, I don't believe he's a liberal lunatic. Jamie Lee, no telling, but I think she's probably woke, and so is probably Mark Hamill. But
well, there's supposed to be tunnels between Jack Nicholson and Anthony Hopkins, and it was about five houses that are connected with tunnels. And I saw some scuttlebutt about what are they going to do when they find skeletons in the back, in the bottom of these places.
Or when they find the tunnels. But it's just massive destruction, you know. I don't know though. Somebody put in the comments, what you think. But to me, a flood is worse than a fire because a flood, you really don't know where that water's coming from. These fires, you can see them coming. That flood, it don't mess around, and it destroys your property, not just your house. It just like the river will change directions right on your property. Old John Grinstead, he had, I think, 6 acres, and now he has 2.5. And speaking of that, he's probably not going to want me to mention this, but Jesus for Survivors made a donation to the Grinstead project, and he was very happy for that donation, and we appreciate that. Jesus for Survivors doesn't really like me to talk about it, but I have to mention it. That was nice of him, and it's just something that we're going to be looking into closer.
He's good. He's a good guy. He don't want no recognition from nothing.
Yeah,
he's one of them that
he certainly donated a lot
God
of
will take
scratch.
care of me on the other side. He has that philosophy, but
Yeah,
he don't really. He's not a Bible thumper. He's just.
but he gave me a nice Bible, gave you a nice Bible.
Yeah. He sure did, but he don't thump it.
No, he don't.
He don't. I mean, he don't preach a lot of stuff. He's just a true
normal
believer.
guy. He's believes in the scripture, and there's a lot of people, that probably some of these people that got the flood and the fires. I'm guaranteeing you, they're doing some believing now too. I mean, that's a horrible thing if you think about it. You go to bed one night, the next night, you don't even know that your house is going to be gone. You don't know when your house is going to be gone. And then no insurance. Can you imagine, Craig, if your house burned down and you don't have any insurance, what are you going to do?
Oh, God. And you know what? In Los Angeles, this thing that they say they're going to take, it's going to be all government. The government's going to take care of all of it, and it's getting a lot of publicity. In North Carolina, man, they ain't getting shit down there.
No.
It's like Hawaii; they're not getting shit. Why are these people in Los Angeles getting compensated?
Because
it's just, back in the late 1800s, every major city in the United States had a fire, and there was a lot of stuff destroyed, so they could do. It's just like, I don't know, man. It just seems like some of these decisions that are being made on a higher authority than what we have knowledge of here on this flat ass planet.
yeah, there's things going on that we don't know.
Yeah, things going on we don't know.
For sure.
Hey, not to get off the subject, but I posted a thing about Jeff Carlisi, and it was like a long thing, man. But about 3 hours and 11 minutes into it, they start talking. The guy was asking Jeff about Four Walls of Rayford. That people were wanting to know about Four Walls of Rayford because they knew that him and Ronnie helped, wrote that in the studio down there at Riverside. And Jeff was talking about it. He goes, "Yeah, it was just me and Ronnie and Kevin Elson, the sound engineer, that were there." And he just dropped the mic in the middle and just put it on a 2-track tape, and then Tom Dowd redid it and added stuff on it and everything. But I guess Kevin, at some point, sold a bunch of his memorabilia and sold that 2-track tape. And Jeff Carlisi didn't know anything about it. He was actually bidding on it, and he has a tape of it, but he didn't know if it was the same original tape. and he wanted to hear it because they didn't do any cuts. They just put the tape on and just let it run, and they were talking in between it, and he wanted that tape where they were conversing in between it, and Ronnie took a pause, and Jeff said, "What's wrong, Ronnie?" He goes, "I kind of forget what the words I had there," and Jeff said, "Well, read your notes." And Ronnie looked at me like he goes, "I don't write nothing down."
Yeah.
But you know what? Jeff said that Ronnie was a real patriot, and that Ronnie wrote that song about some guy that went to war and come back and had medals and everything, and he was falsely accused of.
I thought it was about Red Odom.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. I always kind of thought that he got the idea from Red Odom, but Jeff said, it's just a song about a guy that went to the war and come back and got falsely accused. Now, I think that he wrote it about Rayford because that was where Red was. But the song was that was where kind of like where that part of it. But I guess it was just a song about a guy that went to war and come back and was falsely accused. And I never stole a dime. Only me and Jesus know that I never stole a dime. But yeah, it was just about a patriot. And but I think
did Carlisi get the tape?
No, he didn't get the bid, and he said he didn't even know where the tape ended up. And he said I could probably find it and maybe get a copy of it, but he said he just didn't really. But man, I'd be interested to hear what they were saying in between.
Yeah,
it's like I had a tape up in my apartment at Cedar Cove, and Alan had just put a new stereo system in the coop. And he came in, and I had a whole stack of there's cassette tapes there. And he said, "Let me borrow some of these." And he took one of the tapes, and it was the tape that I had that I was up at Studio One, and I put my tape recorder on right before I went to cop an ounce of cocaine for the band, and it was everything they were talking about while I was gone. And they were talking about, it took me a while, and they were going, "Where's Craig?" And Ronnie goes, "Oh, Craig don't even do that stuff," or whatever stuff. It was a big old long tape. And Alan took that tape, and because it was in a Skynyrd envelope, and I never got that damn thing back, man. And it was all these old stories about Red Odom and all that.
Oh,
God,
damn.
I wish I had that tape. Man. I don't know what happened to that tape.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff.
I said, "Alan, that tape you took, man, that was from Studio." I don't know. It's like,
There's not a lot of anything like that around.
No, I wish, man, that sucks that I don't have that tape. That was a great tape, man.
Well, you probably have other things that you forgot you got.
Yeah. I got a book of still played it in the same old spots, and I still have the book, and it's for Ed King's book, and I sent away for it, and I didn't put it was from me, and he sent it back to me and wrote on it, and he goes, "This can't be the same Craig Reed I know. The Craig Reed I know, what it was, he said had hello or something." And it was a booklet and a cassette tape. And I have the booklet, but I can't find that damn cassette tape where he tells about, playing all these parts. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit I wish I could find.
Yeah, I had some stuff, and then when I got divorced, it got mysteriously missing. Not from my last wife, but the one before that. Yeah, I had some pretty cool autographs and some things, but yeah, I know how it is, Craig. And just think, if your house burnt down or a flood took it away, you'd take all your stuff.
Oh God,
take everything you have.
I went away on the road one time, and one of my ex-wives said, I found one of your videotapes you had you and some young girl. I go, oh, and she told me which tape, and she said, I erased it. And I go,
Get out of here.
you didn't erase the whole tape, did you? And she goes, yes, I did. And I go, oh. That tape had all of Chad's baseball games and football games on it, and she erased the whole damn thing.
Damn.
All his childhood. God.
That's like
them bitches. As soon as you get married, they go and they erase your little black book, all your little numbers out of it, and then they divorce you, and then there goes all your past girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's happened a couple times, twice.
I had one that
times,
put all my albums up in the attic, and I was looking for one of my albums, and I go, hey, where's my albums? Oh, I put them up in the attic. I said, when? Oh, last year. I said, oh no, they went through the whole summer up there. I went up there and took one out, and it looked like a Ruffles potato chip. All of them. It just warped the shit out of all of them. I don't know. Maybe there's a way you can straighten them out, but I threw them in the trash. I was so pissed off. My whole album collection, you know. So what can you do? Oh, but yeah, that kind of stuff happens.
Oh yeah, just part of life.
So, Craig, anything you want to talk about? Like the camera got sold, didn't it? Huh?
Yeah. You, yeah, that's the same guy that messaged me and said, what's the camera bid at it? Now I said, well, it was at $350, but if you want to bid $375, it's yours. And we just had a lack of communication, but that's the same guy. He said he paid $375 for it, and he wanted $25 to go to Gene, but you know, we still have to pay. It was $350 plus $25 for Gene, but we have to pay the shipping, so that means somebody's going to get $15 less money.
Yeah. So that's about right, $15.
Yeah, we're going to have to start adding, if we do stuff like, we're going to have to start adding shipping, because that's just money out of the survivors, you know, because I announced
that's right.
They make so much money, and then they don't make that much, you know. And
yeah, so if it's, you know, and then you had to estimate like what it weighs. Yeah, so that's cool though, that, you know, that's some more money to go to the survivors.
Yeah.
And thanks Robert Wheatley for that, because that's his camera and he donated it. And so, and then we, you know, of course, our buyer that bought it, that's nice to, now you got a deal. You definitely got a deal on that.
Oh man, you people missed out on all that stuff, man. And them drones, man, them drones are cool as shit, man. They're the good
and
ones,
cheap.
too.
Cheap.
Yeah, they're half. You know, this stuff we're doing is like half price. You know, so
same thing with cell phones and laptops.
Oh yeah, and I watches. My son Chad said, "Damn, I just bought 3 of them."
What kind of watch?
Smartwatches.
Oh yeah,
those smartwatches. I like watches with numbers on them.
Yeah, I don't like any watch.
I don't like those. I like old-fashioned watches. I got an old pocket watch I carry everywhere. It was my great grandpa's.
But those smartwatches, they're pretty cool. I have to say, they are pretty cool. You can do everything your phone can do, but you know, that's just too much, man. I think the phone is enough. Stop right there.
I don't even use my phone, man. People send me on my stuff on my phone. Didn't you get that thing I sent you? I said, if you sent it to me on my phone, I don't look at that damn phone.
No. And if you call Craig on his cell phone, his message is, don't call me on my cell phone ever again.
No, I say, call my home phone. I don't use this damn cell phone.
And it sounds like he's just freaking pissed.
But you gotta have it. It's amazing the stuff you gotta do to. Sometimes you gotta
Well,
have.
you keep it in your trunk outside, is what you told
No,
me.
I keep it. I keep it around, but I don't. I don't keep it around me when when it's charging. God, people keep that thing right next to them when it's charging, or have it plugged in when charging when they're talking on it. God, why don't you just put an X-ray machine up to your head? It's about the size.
Well,
of it.
Elon Musk said it's not as bad as everybody thinks it is. But they say that those X-ray machines at the airport are really bad. They say that the people that stand beside the X-ray machine, X-raying people, are coming down with some serious cancers
Oh yeah.
because they're getting dosed.
I wish I'd have known the dangers of a root canal before I had a root canal.
How many do you have any?
Yeah, I have one. I think
I got two.
Oh man, they say everybody that gets a root canal gets cancer.
But you can't believe that shit, Craig. You know, everything they say can't be true.
I know.
That's like that mustard thing, man. I don't know if that
kills parasites.
One shot of mustard and you won't have any parasites, you know.
Every day, you know. Well, there's a lot of things good for parasites. I don't know.
I know, but it's starting to get to where I'm starting to, because it's freaking me out now. Like everything I hear about, it's like, damn, if I don't do this, I'm going to have that. Man, just live your life, you know.
I like mustard, so it don't matter.
But you're already on the black walnuts.
I drink vinegar. The only thing that's a little rough is straight ginger. That stuff's a little rough, man. Just shred, chop ginger off and chew it.
There's one. I think it's a fruit, and the Asian girl that I used to know, and I started studying on it, and it's something that if you ate it every day, they said there's no way you'll get cancer. They said it's just no way, and it's called bitter melon. And if you ever taste a piece of that, you'll know why. Nothing could live in your body that had that. I mean, it's just nasty, man. It's the nastiest thing you ever eat. Bitter melon. Anybody want to try it? Go down to some. I don't think they sell it at the main chain grocery stores because nobody would buy it. But they say, yeah, those Asians they eat it. They eat it with cabbage and. They make like a cabbage out of it. And they eat it with cabbage, put it in cabbage and sausage. But anyway, you want to jump into some comments and questions here, Craig?
Yeah, man, might as well. Can't dance.
Get it rolling. I was talking to you earlier because I had us wondering about did Alan ever hear Van Halen and have a comment on that?
No, I don't think we were. Like I said, when I got with Journey in '79, that's when Van Halen, was doing all that. And Neil Sean started doing that shit, and it drove me freaking crazy, man. Because I was listening to, Skynyrd that, held notes. For a while.
You're talking about tapping? You're talking about the tapping?
All that hammering shit.
Yeah.
God, Skynyrd guys didn't hammer at all. Them guys didn't do no hammering.
But one thing though about Eddie Van Halen is he didn't use a lot of pedals to begin with. That's how he learned how to do that tapping. But he definitely had to have them later on, but
no, I don't think Alan.
Just a whole different style.
I don't think during Washington Collins and Alan Collins. I don't think Alan listened to any Van Halen.
And you never were around Gary, and Gary commented on Van Halen or anything?
No, I never heard them comment on Van Halen at all that I recall. None of them.
And you
I
never,
got a package today from cousin Figel. Got me some new hemp papers. We're gonna try out here.
oh yeah, cool. And you never even toured with them in any of the bands that you worked for, as far as like Marshall Tucker or any of those bands. Journey, they never opened up with, never played with Van
No, we
Halen.
never did any shows with Van Halen. No, I did a show in Miami with David Lee Roth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. You told me because you told me you didn't
yeah,
really, you weren't around him much.
yeah. He rode out to the soundboard on a giant microphone, and I was part of the crew, and I helped when he jumped went off the stage to get on the microphone. He stepped on my head.
I remember that microphone thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. And his another thing, in Van Halen, when I saw Van Halen, they had a stage set up in the middle of the floor in the stadium, and then he had to run after Eddie finished his lead riff. He had to run backstage, go, and they had to take him through some other way to get to the center of that stage. Because then when he came back on, he was right in the middle of the stage, which was really fast. I'd say within about a minute he was there. I don't know how he did that, but that was pretty cool.
He was in
like
good.
that.
He was in good. He was pretty good shape. He was a. David Lee Roth was a great front man, but boy,
Yeah,
he
oh,
turned into
definitely.
a weirdo. His early-
Definitely.
his
Well,
later
Van
days.
Halen was,
God.
they were the quintessential rock band. You know, they were like,
Hot for Teacher. I love that shit, man.
I mean, them and AC/DC, if you saw those two together, which I'm sure they probably played, that had to be a good concert right there. Anybody see AC/DC and Van Halen together? Leave a comment in there. We'll talk about that next time. And we had a lot of comments on Gene's good news. They said that he had prostate cancer and find out he doesn't. I mean, that's that's like, you just want to go just
I'm surprised Gene
get a
didn't
lottery ticket.
Slap that doctor upside.
No, he was actually, he said that the doctor said the blood work all confirmed it, and then of course the digital rectal exam. I asked Gene. I said, did he have a high school ring on that got in the way or something? And Gene was like, no, man. I said, well, he should have used another finger for a second opinion or something, but Gene wasn't mad at him. No, Gene wasn't mad. He was just happy he didn't have it. He said, well, I got enough other things, he said. So I got enough other things.
Maybe they should go back to sticking their finger up your butt to check for it.
They do. They still do that, Craig. They don't.
My doctor has never done that, and I wouldn't mind if she did.
Well, you can ask her.
She's good looking. I wouldn't feel violated if she did.
But you wouldn't want her to come over to your house and work on your electrical.
Oh no. Yeah.
There is a lot of
the mayor. The mayor out there in LA is a woman. The fire chief's a woman. Everybody out there is a woman that likes women, and that's all they have is problem. I mean, it's just like,
and but Craig, there was like about 4 women that I know that texted me, what's Craig talking about women like that? They can't do these things. And I was
true.
Like,
you don't find no women.
Well, you hit a hornet's nest on that one, man. They were like,
it's true.
And I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? I didn't say it.
Well, it's freaking true. They can't handle the truth.
Well, I tell you what, though, Craig, some of these women make some serious money, man, and they're very successful, like got their own businesses, and they outperform men and when it comes to computer stuff and things like that. There's things that they do that I wouldn't want to do, and I can understand why they wouldn't want to be a laborer, like a plumber or electrician or any of that stuff. But I did hear, who was it? There was somebody, they were trying to confirm him, and they asked, "Do you believe women should be in the military?" Absolutely, he said. I forget who that was, but I mean, look at Bruce Jenner. What do you think about Bruce Jenner? What if she came?
I see Vince McMahon's daughter is going to take a position in Trump's new thing. I don't know what she's going to do, but he's got a bunch of business people doing shit.
But did you know that?
Good man. Shit.
Did you know that? Speaking of Bruce Jenner, that she is a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
And also can't stand that mayor in Newsom. He almost lost his house. And what I didn't know about him is he had a sex change, but he doesn't like men. I don't know what's going on there. There's some kind of weird about that, but it's.
Oh, I don't know. Mental illness is a serious problem. It's like today. I posted something about cigarette suckers. They'll quit sucking cigarettes when they can't suck no more. Either that or they take another.
I'm gonna have to probably go back and cut out that Bruce Jenner thing because we haven't got monetized in like about.
I don't give a shit, man. You gotta follow those damn rules. You can't. We ain't gonna be the truth show if we gotta follow those rules. I'd rather tell the truth and not get monetized. People are gonna watch it. And every once in a while we'll get one.
Yeah. Well, as long as they don't, I guess they don't take our platform down for. But
hell, who wants to watch? If you get monetized, they ain't worth watching.
I mean, I didn't say anything bad. I just what I read. That's what I read. But they.
Well, what was I talking about?
About cigarette smokers.
Oh yeah. And I says, somebody said, "You sit out there and smoke that goddamn pot. That pot causes cancer just like cigarettes." You're full of shit. Jesus God. You're full of shit as a Christmas turkey. Show your evidence. Man, we've gone over this before. All smoke is not the same, just like all liquid is not the same. Whiskey is not the same as water. Cigarette smoke is not the same as pot smoke. The way you're saying it, you can smoke a joint, and you could well. Anyways, if you smoke anything and you put fentanyl in it, it's going to be hazardous. Well, that smoke is worse than any other smoke you're going to do. I don't know if I can make logic out of to freaking fat sheeple that just want to find something to make me not perfect.
I think what their point is, Craig, is
but pot has never ever been proven to cause cancer or kill people. Never, ever. And cigarettes damn sure have. And one of my friends said, well, she can tell that her lungs aren't as good because she smoked pot. Well, like I said before, I do that lung test all the time where you hold your breath and shit. I go through the athlete rate. I go through it twice, and I smoke pretty heavy pot.
But there's a reason when you cough, when you inhale, your body's telling you it doesn't belong in there.
Well, that's true. But like I said before, My mind couldn't deal with you fat sheeple and all your bullshit and all your stupidity. I got to do something to get away from your freaking stupidity.
Well, they make
God,
pills. They make pills for that too.
Well, the pills are worse on you than the pot. What are they called? Natural medicine.
So, in other words, you pick that's your drug of choice. That
I gave up every damn thing. God, I'm not fat. Okay, dig it. My brains ain't all together, but God, I'm not stupid enough to be fat. I used to be. I used to have no self-esteem or no self-respect, but I woke up and kind of, this is a great life to live. Why would I want to live it being a big fat pig?
You put a picture of this, and she was a good-looking woman with a nice big set of breasts, and you go, those breasts are too big, in my opinion.
I don't like those big old boobs.
And then everybody, all the guys were on there, they were cracking on you.
I don't give a shit, man. I've had a lot of women with them big old boobs. They lay on their back and they're under their damn arms.
Yeah, well,
that's nothing sexy about that.
They're supposed to be like that to be suckled.
They hang, God, and then when they get old, like my fourth wife, and I hope you're listening, they hang down past your freaking belly. Oh God! And then you talk about me.
Is that the one who kidnapped Leon? Yeah. Well, she watches the podcast. So.
I know. I've never said anything about her, but that was a easy target, so I hit it.
Well, she might say you got a little wee or something now.
I don't give
be careful.
Shit. Hell, I don't give a shit.
Oh, when you start something like that, sometimes bad things come out, because I will read it on the comments if she puts it.
We don't go over those comments. You say you want to hear the comments. I go, no, just read.
Like I got to read this one from Kimmy. She's talking about her husband. She talks right about her husband right to his face, and she goes, "Well, Griff, all he wants to do is eat and not make love." And then she goes, "Okay, even a conversation. He don't even want to have a conversation. He just wants a maid. He just wants me to be his maid. He has always been skinny, never gains a pound, and all he does is smokes pot and eats." Kimmy, I don't know if your husband watches, man, but that's pretty brutal on the guy there. Last week she was talking about she wanted to be a bodybuilder, but her daddy wouldn't let her, and she made the wrong choice in a guy. So, beating up on the old man there, Kimmy.
And I'd forgot about these that I'm going to send out with everybody's package, and I'm going to send them. I could be a cheap ass and just send you one.
What are you talking about, Craig?
The $1 million bills.
Oh, those $1 million bills. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I send you two. That way, when you put them in a frame, you have both sides.
Well, what good is it if you don't get it? I mean,
they're gonna get it, and I'm gonna find that tackle box too.
I don't know. Old Jeff says Craig ain't got no tackle box. It's a lie. He says I don't even believe it anymore.
I'm gonna find that damn thing today. I'm gonna find it today. Damn it.
Okay. And I'm gonna
find it today, and I've already got my camera set up when Alan was here, so I can tilt it into position, and I'll open it. Cool. I'll open it live right here on the Stone Roadie show. I'll find that damn thing.
Yeah, that's like Geraldo's vault.
So tune in Friday, and you'll see the grand opening of Ronnie's tackle box live.
Friday? You talking about Friday?
I'm gonna find it tomorrow.
All righty then. Let's see.
I hope.
What happens if you don't?
I'll find the 95% chance I'll find it. I'm
So
looking.
Friday.
The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm looking for something else that I want to find more
I
than
figured
the
there
tackle
was.
box.
Figured there was
So,
a catch. Yeah, I figured there
Yeah,
was.
I'm sure when I'm looking for this other thing, I'll find the tackle box. So I'm pretty, I'm bound determined to find this.
And you did do good on that book, the way you photographed that book, and you can do the same.
Yeah,
thing
I got it all set up.
Yeah.
I can do it the same way with that tackle box. I'll open it up and
man.
we'll all look inside at the same time. I won't even open it before the show.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's
Yeah.
like Al Capone's vault.
Yeah, I won't even open it. We'll open it right here on the Stone Roadie show. We'll open it up Friday.
That's the next podcast.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're going to be able to? Because you're already borderline.
I'm already a liar. I'm like I said. I'm 90. I'm gonna have. I've kind of been looking for that other thing for a long time, but I just gotta find it. So I'm pretty sure I'll find the tackle box.
All right.
I probably hit them in the same place.
All right, let's move along with the comments. They're only on number 2 now. Jeff, Craig, have you ever returned to the whiskey or the smiling dog since your time with Skynyrd? And is the smiling dog still open?
I doubt it's still there. I don't remember where it was. If it was down in the flats, they redid the whole flats in Cleveland. I heard Cleveland was the worst city in the world to move to. The most disappointing when people moved there. It was the most disappointing city in the United States.
Well, it's always overcast, you know. And I was there in Youngstown, Ohio for, every time I would go up when my ex-wife was doing her clinicals there in Youngstown. That was like the most boring place I think I'd ever been. All the steel mills were closed down, and there were some pretty cool places. Like I went to a veterans memorial and saw some cool stuff. Yeah, it's just cornfields and overcast is all I saw. I don't know. It's different around your place, correct?
I quit working. I worked for that union. I worked for Local 48 here in Akron and Canton and 27 in Cleveland. And just about every time I go up there and work a show in Cleveland, my car get broken into.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's San Francisco. They'll bust your window right in front of you and take your shit. Then Jeff says, Craig picked the women up from the crowd that had the goods, and I'm not talking about drugs. And sometimes he picked up some drugged out skanks. I'm sure you probably picked up some. I bet you picked up some freaky chicks that maybe were like obnoxious, and Ronnie had to say, "Get her out of here." Ever have that?
No.
No,
I picked up some freaky chicks, but they weren't really obnoxious.
Did you ever have any that Ronnie kind of didn't like, and he told you, "Man, she's bugging me. Tell her to move her out the room," or anything? Anything like that?
No.
So,
we picked up one in Kansas City. Me and Dean brought her back to the hotel. Yeah, Dean always brought back all the deli stuff from the dressing room, and we put it in a room. And we had this groupie in there. We called her Hetty. It was Kansas City. And we had her in the bed naked, and with all this food was in there, and the band came in, and all of a sudden everybody started throwing lunch meat and mustard and had her covered in all that shit laying on the bed. We destroyed that room.
They were throwing it on her?
On her. They were making a sandwich out of her. Throwing all this lunch meat, mustard, and mayonnaise, and shit.
Damn, man. And what was she doing? Was she just
She
like...
was just laying there on the bed laughing.
Oh, man. That's probably just a minor story of some of the crap you guys did, man. I can only imagine.
Well, we weren't allowed back in that hotel. Yeah, we destroyed that room.
Like
yeah, that's something you can't clean up.
You remember my buddy Jay, right? Well, one time we took this girl over to his house, and me and him and another guy, and we had him in there we had her in there trying on his sister's clothes and modeling them, and she came home and caught us. Oh my God, that was bad right there, man, you know. Could you imagine your sister catching some girl trying on her clothes?
Oh God.
Gosh,
that guy that asked me that question, I couldn't remember. I think it was something about Ronnie picking up a cross-dresser besides one in Miami.
Oh, it's a different one?
I thought
there was another one.
The question was about something like that. I don't know. I might be mistaken, but whatever.
Was there two of them? Because I know
I don't remember two. I just remember the one in Miami. But he was telling me something. But you know what? I'm hearing this story all the time now about Alan's Explorer coming from Eric Clapton. That's not a true story.
No.
You know, that guy, him and Gary got their guitar off the same guy, brought it to the hotel. I think the Explorer was 4,000, and I think or 7,000, and Gary got that Les Paul for like 2,500.
I wonder how that story got started.
I don't know, but somebody said that, like, yeah, Alan got that Explorer, one of his guitars off Eric Clapton. No, he didn't.
Yeah, you were there when he got it.
That's not a true story, but it's out there. But,
and when that Explorer, was it the Explorer that broke the headstock?
No, it was the Firebird.
Oh, the Firebird's the one that broke.
He busted the head off. His first one, he put it behind his car and forgot it was there and ran over it with his car.
Yeah, that happened right down there at that park down by that soda shop there, Gene. It was Brandon Campbell that told me.
The second one he did on stage, and that's the one that Ronnie threw the guitar in the crowd, and I dropped it.
And it just laid over. It snapped from the tension of the strings. What made it break?
What? When he ran over it with the car.
No, I'm talking about the one on stage.
I don't remember. He hit it or something. Those things, man, if you just hit them pretty hard, the way that headstock's on there, they snap off pretty easy.
Well, they've got that tension from the strings that helps it. So,
I mean, Gary's Explorer, our Les Paul just fell over and popped it.
Yeah, because you left it plugged in.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass. Yeah, I did it. I'm a stupid son of a bitch. Yeah.
But some carpenter came in.
That was before the crash, so, I was even stupid then,
Some carpenter came in and glued it together with some Elmer's glue.
Man, Gary was just like, man, he was, really distraught. And guy goes, I can fix that. And Gary said, just take it. And the guy, a couple of days, brought it back. Perfect. He couldn't believe it.
Really? Yeah. And he kept playing it? Just
said,
like
I got
that?
some glue to fix that. And we didn't even think we said, go ahead, take it. Because I didn't, I was a stupid son of a bitch. I didn't know how to glue a head back on a guitar. Hell.
And then that held, and he never had anybody else do anything to it?
No, He was just so distraught. He said, I'll take it. go. Fix
So so that
I
guitar
brought
that
it
we
back. Yeah, guy
that
could
we
have kept that guitar. That's $1 million guitar. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see the crack on it when we were at the Rock and Roll Hall
No,
of
he did a
Fame.
good job of fixing it, man.
Did he re-lacquer it too?
I don't remember. It was
Because
just,
I didn't see a crack
no,
on
I
it at
don't
all.
think. I don't. Shit, that was a long time ago.
Oh, Kimmy says that she likes your hat and she likes your, or wait, she likes your chair. Patricia Lynn likes your hat. And
Yeah,
yeah, so
I trust Patricia's uh, opinion. Matter of fact, that's why I'm wearing a hat today, because Patricia, she's not fat, so I trust her opinion
oh my
on
God, man.
the way people look. You know, if you're fat, I don't give a shit what you think about the way I look. I look about the way you look. But yeah, she's not fat, so I don't know what'd she say. She said you look better with a hat on, or
No, she
I
just
don't
says
know.
she likes your hat and she says she hopes that she's glad Jean's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't anything.
I took it as she thought I looked better with a hat.
Yeah, she didn't say, "Hey, Craig, I like your hat. Let's go on a
Oh,
date," or anything
I
like
just
that.
assumed she thought I looked better with a hat, so that's why I started looking better wear a hat. 'Cause maybe I do look better with a hat. I got this nappy hair, man. My hair is just in this place right now where it's just.
Yeah,
I noticed it on other
and then
podcasts. I've had
Tina,
females say, "Why did you cut that goddamn hair?" I said, "I don't want to. I don't give
then
a shit."
Tina Oresco says, "Oh yeah, those Skynyrd guys made you snort all that cocaine, huh?"
Yeah, they made me snort all that damn coke.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Well, yeah, they made you. They held you down and they put a straw up to you, and then
Well, yeah, like I said, when I was in that studio and I was taping that stuff, and I think it was Tom, it was somebody. Ronnie was telling, he said, "Craig, Craig, it's taking Craig a long time," and Ronnie said, "Oh, you can touch Craig. He don't even do that stuff, you know." And that was '76, so yeah. That's when it became real prevalent, and then they said, it's like Ronnie used to say, stuff. People with long hair. He said I wouldn't have somebody on my crew that didn't have long hair. I wouldn't trust them or whatever. Something like that. Something to that effect.
well, that long hair thing was just a statement. You know, it was we're going to do whatever the hell we want statement. You know.
There
Anyway,
you go. There, I had short hair there. That was '70s something.
is that a Craig on cocaine or a Craig on heroin,
I don't know.
or is
That
that
was in
Craig?
Cedar Cove.
I think that might be Craig just
There's
lost his wife look.
no, not at that point. That's the one where I was sitting on my Mercedes. I had to crop them out because if I didn't crop them out, it cut my head off.
Who took the picture?
Steve took that one.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you don't remember who took the last one?
Probably Sue, my ex-wife, probably took that. Oh, and I asked Chad to get together with his mom and redo.
Well,
Redo
if she does the Zoom, they got to get a better connection because that last one was just horrible.
Well, he's gonna do it at his house, I guess, his apartment.
And just moving on down the line here. Carol, the cake girl, she says she remembers her dad having a snot rag. Remember we were talking about that handkerchief of yours, Craig, and then
Oh yeah,
I was
Cousin
mentioning
Elijah
how
gave
those
me.
old guys they would use that as a snot rag. And then somebody in here says that's as nasty as wiping your butt. And then,
Oh, that's bullshit.
I don't think it's the same, man.
Yeah, that's the same. That's like compared smoking pot to cigarettes. It's not even the same.
Yeah, that's a little bit. It don't stink like that, you know. Cheesehead says, Get Pops on again. I've been chatting with him on Facebook, so he'll come back on. I don't know, Craig. Ask him, see if he'll come.
I did. I figured if he was ready to come back on, he would tell me. Hey, there's that picture I took of the moon with my new camera
Yeah.
last night. But that's as close as I could get without it being out of focus. Without that new tripod. I have to get me a new tripod. That's pretty cool.
It's a little blurry, I have to say.
That's what I'm saying. That's as close as all I could do is because my tripod, my first attempt.
Is that like a crater at the bottom down there on the bottom right at about 5 o'clock?
I don't know.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't know. I couldn't zoom any further because of my tripod. I got to get a new tripod.
And then Jimmy says, Griff, about a year ago, I got a black shirt with your drawing on. I get a lot of compliments on that. I put the stickers on my guitar case. Yeah, a lot of people like that shirt, with the drawing on it. It's very different. It's it doesn't say Lynyrd Skynyrd on it except on Artimus's drum, on his drum. And a lot of people, they don't even see that part and they know who it is. They already know, oh, that's Lynyrd Skynyrd, So, I've got those shirts for sale. Anybody who wants them, edwg59@gmail.com. Let me see here. Oh, Jimmy also says, time to get 2 more Stonettes this year. We need to have a total of 3 Stonettes. Yeah, we could probably get Shelby to recruit some of her friends or something. Crazy Bob, Griff getting on Craig's ass about not mailing out those things. He says, laugh out loud. Yeah, I get on that ass on Craig, don't do
Hey,
it.
I'm going to send them out. Matter of fact, Clayton, I asked him to send me some more of those because I'm going to send out people a bunch of them because I been so delinquent in my duties. So he just sent me those, and I got them yesterday, and I thanked him, and I actually wrote to him because I didn't want to ask him in person, and I asked him if I said I've been getting requests to get you on the podcast, but I've told everybody I didn't think you'd be interested, but anyways, that's me asking. So we'll see what he says.
Yeah.
But I don't think he wants to come on here.
Well, it's just like Alan
He
used
doesn't
to say.
care to get any recognition from this band. He's got a bad taste in his mouth about the whole Bill Graham thing because he was a Bill Graham guy. And he's got a bad taste in his mouth about that whole situation with, Bill Graham and Skynyrd and his affiliation with Skynyrd and just a lot of business stuff that went on. Yeah. He just doesn't like the way some things went down, like a lot of us.
Yeah, that's just, that's like, I think Lynyrd Skynyrd's one of the most well-known bands for people. Not during the original band, everybody got along great, but after that plane crash, man, you guys were at each other's throats.
Well, him and Gary were really close. I mean, really close. And then after he was let go with Skynyrd, I think was a little hurt that his friendship with Gary ended. Just like I mean, Clayton's got Gary's first guitar, that Silvertone. Gary gave.
Yeah, but the weird thing is,
Gary gave Clayton his first guitar. He still got it.
But they found a Silvertone in Gary's collection.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Ain't that weird?
Yeah.
Gary must have missed it and went and bought another one.
Clayton's got the one Gary gave him. So, well, Yeah, enough said.
Yeah. Jimmy says he's been waiting on his sticker and red kazoo signed for 6 months, but he says, but it's all good, Craig. Hit one time for me.
He's a winner,
patient.
though.
He said he's been
but
waiting.
you're gonna
6
get
months.
all that shit, man. Just like I said, you're gonna get that $1 million bill. Nobody was supposed to get any of that shit. All you were supposed to get was a coin and
he's only
gave away a one little gift every week, different gift. But now, shit, everybody's getting everything. So,
but he's only been waiting 6 months.
I caused myself a lot of work.
Everybody else, he's only been waiting 6 months. Everybody else has been waiting a year.
Hey, I'm getting around. I seriously am getting around to it. I'm working on it. Every day I work on it a little bit. Do something. I got a lot of shit going on, man. Shit.
And then Jimmy also mentioned he loved your story about you snorting coke with Charlie Daniels. But, a lot of people didn't realize that. I didn't realize Charlie Daniels, but yeah, I mean, all those.
Well, he's not with
musicians.
us anymore, so it don't hurt to tell the truth. I'm a little leery about saying stuff about people that are still here, because if you're still here, it'll affect you. But if you ain't here, you ain't gonna.
That's like I was I saw a thing on Toy Caldwell. Toy Caldwell, they said that he died from cocaine use.
Yeah, what I heard, that guy that died over in Europe from, what was that band? That his road crew guy got him a sleeping pill or something, and it had fentanyl in it. What was that? One Direction or something, that guy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't hear about that.
Yeah, his roadie got him a fake Xanax or some kind of sleeping pill or something, and he took it and had fentanyl in it.
Damn.
It's in Brazil or something like that.
Yeah, man, I ain't taking nothing anybody hands me. Like, by that time, I held that gummy out, and I said, Craig, it was a rope. It was a rope is what it was. And I said, Craig, you ever seen one of these? And he grabbed it out of my hand and had it in his mouth and was chewing it. He goes, that's a rope. And I was like, damn, man. I was like, it's like, reminds you of one of those monkeys at the zoo, when they grab your shit. They said that these monkeys, you see those monkeys at the zoo, Craig? They grab your camera and they hold it hostage. And you got to give them a piece of food before they'll give your camera back, your phone back. Yeah, I held that rope out, and Craig grabbed it out of my hand and put it in his mouth and chewed it. And I said, that's about 5 gummies right there, Craig. He said, oh, it'll be all right. So that's it on the comments and the questions, and I guess we can wrap it up. And happy Wednesday.
I'll go look for that tackle box.
And then Friday, you got to have that tackle box.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it'll happen. I just hope I find that them other things, man. I tell you. But anyways,
yeah, I'm excited now. I can't wait. I might lose some sleep over that.
Let's see if my prediction is right. See what color it is. I said it was orange, and then I said no. It's got orange in it. But the outside is like cream color or something, and then the inside is orange.
Do I need to call you?
It could be orange, but I don't remember.
Do I need to call you?
But
tomorrow?
it says bass on. I remember it says bass on it. Yeah, I got it somewhere. It's full of shit. And
All right, man. I kind of, part of me wants to get excited, and then the other part's going, just like the nice guy over here is going, he's going to do it. And then the other guy over here is going, yeah, he's full of shit.
no, I got it. Anyways, well, yeah.
Well, okay, we'll see Friday. You guys don't
Whatever
hold your
will
breath.
be, will be. The future's not ours, you see. Que sera, sera. And, yeah, happy trails to you until we meet again. And see you later, alligator. And we're going to call that a wrap. And cut.